welcome back to my channel. It's Karina from Day by Day K, your fitness instructor and fitness friend. Today's video is going to be another in-class workout, so I'm super pumped to share this with all my fitness friends. Again, for those of you who are instructors, try out this workout with your members and let me know how they like it. If you are someone who's just going to try this out on your own, feel free to also comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this workout. You can do this one at home or at the gym, and I really enjoy it. So let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna get right into this workout, but before we do, I just want to go over a couple of ways of how I do this training with my classes. And of course, if you're doing this on your own, you can kind of mix it up and do it the way you like it. If you're an instructor, I like to do it in a way where I can kind of get everybody going at a pace that will keep the class going. So in this program, I divided the exercises into two alternating exercises. They do one exercise, let's say we have kettlebell swings, they do kettlebell swings for 20 reps, and then they do the following exercise for another 20 reps or 15 reps, depending on the exercise. They do count their own reps, so you don't have to actually do the whole class with them, which is really nice because it gives everybody time to kind of go at their own pace and actually go through the full range of motion. I like to do this with a lot of my higher intensity classes because I want people to be focusing in on their form instead of focusing in on how fast I'm doing my reps and trying to catch up to me or the people around them. So I give them time to do it on their own, and then once the first person is done the 2 rounds or 3 rounds depending on how I spread it out, I let them start off on their 4th round, let's say, and I give everybody else about a minute to finish as much as they can. Once that minute's over, I give everybody about a minute break, and then we move on to the next 2 exercises in the same format. So, of course, like I said, you guys can do it any way you like. Some people like to time their exercises, so you have a minute to do this and a minute to do that, and I do that as well. But in this class specifically, we split it up this way so that people can actually really focus in on heavy weight, pushing themselves out of their comfort zone without having to worry about time, without having to worry about rushing it and sacrificing their form. So we're gonna get right into the workout right now, and then at the end, make sure you stay tuned because we're gonna break it down. Alrighty guys, let's break it down. I'm going to take it pretty quick here, but I will post all the descriptions and everything below as well. So the first one here is a kettlebell swing. Just a couple of things to keep in mind. Again, it is a full core exercise, so don't think about your shoulders doing the work. Think about hinging at the hips,
and then using that lower body and momentum and your core to get that weight to come up. If your weight's too light, you're not going to feel this at all, so you need to go a little bit heavy. This next move is the single-sided shoulder press and a squat, and what I'm doing is I actually set up a bench, so I have 4 risers there. 4 is going to be a little bit easier, 3 risers is going to be harder, and I'm basically coming up, coming down. Think about a squat position with your legs on the way up and on the way down. Sometimes people's knees tend to kind of cave in on the way up. Try your best to not do that. Also, if the up and down movement is too much, if it makes you dizzy for any reason, then just squat and press instead. Forget the laying down part and take it from there. Next we have crunches, and I think I've shown you guys this variation before. I'm just basically holding the mat, so I'm supporting my neck and it's kind of staying nice and relaxed as I crunch up. So just basic crunches here, and that's going to be followed by a elevated weight hold. This is going to work the posterior side of your core, so basically your lower back and also your upper back. You want to keep the shoulders away from the ears, and then if you want to make it more challenging, you're going to alternate taking your fingers off the weight. Now keep in mind, I did mention your fingers, not your whole hand. So you want to keep the palm of your hand touching that weight the whole time. And also keep in mind, you want to have your toes on the floor. So see what I'm doing right here? This is something you don't want to do. You want to keep that weight, just holding it there. And also, option, you can just hold the weight and count some time. The next move here is again a combo deal. It's a chest press with a squat and then a row. So just keeping in mind, chest press, you're getting that weight over the chest, not over the face. Again, because it's on an angle, sometimes people forget and then tend to push more towards their eyes. The other thing you want to keep in mind is the same thing with those knees. Try to keep the knees apart just like you would in a squat. And when I come up all the way nice and tall before I fold into my row. Okay, so you don't want to come up halfway and just go right into that row. You want to stand up all the way and then row. Then we have the decline V-sits. So I'm using that step again, and I'm just basically tapping the floor, option 1, or you can fully extend those legs out and come in. Again, you want to think about keeping your chest out, shoulders back, belly button to the spine. The fact that this is on a decline is going to make it a lot more challenging for you or your participants. So you can always give the option of also basically just doing it on a mat or on the floor. Again, the single leg or the double. So from there, we're going to get into a little bit more dynamic movements again. I'm going to have my feet aligned just like I would in a squat. So you want to make sure your toes are nicely aligned. And I'm going to hold a kettlebell, or you can use 2 weights. And basically, I'm going to lift up and I'm going to be rowing that weight up like I'm doing a little bit of shoulders here and abducting my leg as well at the same time. So you're doing like a mini kind of pulsing squat. One leg is going to be really feeling that squatting motion. The other one's getting that abduction motion. We're getting those shoulders going, and it also makes your core work quite hard because of the balance that's required for that step. Now again, option if you don't have a step, or if you want to just give another option to members in your class, you can do this most definitely off the step. Again, you can even do this with just cutting it in half, just doing the leg component or just doing the upper body component. Now I'm going to just show you guys something that I see quite often when people get tired is they tend to like do this sideways thing, which you want to kind of avoid. You want to stay nice and tall and then actually like even kind of fold into the side that's abducting and use your obliques to crunch. So again, when you're doing your shoulders, you want to make sure that you're not using your wrists as much. You're kind of pulling from the elbows coming up. Next, we have 2 options here. So option 1 is going to be chest press. So you guys have seen this many a times in my videos. So again, just a basic chest press here. Again, I'm using kettlebells. You are more than welcome to use weights as well. That's totally fine. Or the other option is to do push-ups at this point. So again, I will add some links below for proper push-ups and different variations if you're interested in that. But basically, you want to be doing push-ups. So we're hitting that chest. Next is going to be a squat, and then you're going to be pushing your weight forward. So this is great. Again, we're getting quite a bit in the legs. We're getting quite a bit in the core, and then also our shoulders. So at this point here, it's been a long day. I was kind of doing a little bit of a swaying movement, but you want to sway as little as possible. So this is another option. If again, holding that squat is too much for the length of time, just alternating, just like that. Now see how I'm swinging here? Now I'm really exaggerating it. That's something you also want to avoid. So if you're seeing yourself doing this or participants doing this, just get them to do the squat and the row alternating because they're disengaging a little bit of their core. Plank shoulder taps. So this is almost, we're at the finale here. All I'm doing is holding a plank, tapping shoulder to shoulder, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Of course, the option is to just hold a plank. So I hope you guys got a lot out of that, and I'll see you guys in just a sec.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's workout, and I really would love to get your opinion on what you guys thought. So again, if you're an instructor or if you're just someone doing it on your own, I would love to hear from you, so make sure you post below. And for those of you who are new, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed this content so that I know that this is the kind of stuff you guys want to see and I can make more videos like this one. With that being said, I think it's time for me to head out, and Coco and I are out for the day. Ciao.